I come into places like this, I like to know absolutely nothing, because that way I don't have to worry about coming from my mind versus anything else I get. I don't have to work harder, I work smarter that way. So when I got here, I went down into what I think is the main theater, and I saw a man conducting music who, in my opinion, doesn't think he's dead. And he has a full beard, a mustache that comes around, handlebar mustache, a bow tie, his hair slicked back. He has like toothpick things that he plays music with. And he's still there, and he just is still doing what his passion and his love is. And then I was drawn to as you face the stage, I was drawn to my left, and investigator Jen and I went, and Victor went up through there. And we kind of started going up some stairs. But before we went up the stairs, there was a bathroom right there to your left, and I saw a woman in there, and there was a lot of blood on the floor.
Do you feel anything in this lobby or the main stairwell?
Up there, before I got here, I told my fiance about these things, and I've never been here, and you know they were there. I told him about what are they, balconies? And there's a woman who is, she just keeps dancing and dancing and dancing and dancing. And I don't know that she passed here. I don't feel like she passed away in the building, as much as this was a big passion of hers, dancing, waltz, etc. And it's just this beautiful memory that she has here. And she's quite astute, she's quite important, and in the community. And I believe she still visits here because it makes her feel important, because it was her thing to make her feel important. And she loves to dance and put on parties, and she probably, and now I'm hearing from her that she was probably a hostess of these parties here. And there was probably music, etc. I could hear the music playing in the background, things like that. But there's a status about these two balconies, and literally it's a status. If you're invited, there's certain people that are here, and there's certain people that are there. And she's blue, if that can make any sense at all.
What color?
Blue. She's got a blue dress, and it's the bustier here, and it's blue here, and it comes white here, and it's got blue around the collar up here, and it comes down like this, and there's all the ruffle in the front.
I tell you what, because now that you mentioned the blue dress, it's been documented where a female has been seen with a blue dress on stage or within that area.
She's waiting for us up here, just so you know.
I thought I heard while you were talking, singing or a voice coming
She's
from
waiting
the
for
side.
us. She knows we're coming. It's very welcoming, by the way. It's not scary. It's welcoming. She knows you're here. She knows what you're doing. There's a status here. You don't get to come up here in her period that she lived unless you are the one. You're either the guests, okay, the ones that are putting on the party. What are they, hostesses, I guess, you know? Those are the good people. It's about, oh, there must be mafia with this, because she's being told in her ear by a large gentleman to go and speak to a certain person.
Yeah,
And he's in charge, and she's maybe, quote unquote, paid to be here, so to speak. They're absolutely Italian. They're Chicago, New York, Los Angeles, Cincinnati, Hartford. They're everywhere, north and south. They're across the whole country. So this is just one of those things that you use for a cover, and you do what you want, and you entertain all the big people. There must be somewhat of an underground tunnels here, eh? Because there's between here and over that way towards the water, are there tunnels? Because there's money going through there. Is there?
I was told that there was an underground tunnel.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where it leads to.
Yeah, it goes towards the water, because it's about the boats and ships coming in to the harbor, through the lakes, loading and unloading. Lots.
That's interesting.
Lots of drugs. Just saying, lots of drugs. And alcohol, bootlegging, because there's prohibition. Here, I just feel, I'm not sure if it's in the here and now as in activity as much as it seems to be memory to me. Just rushing and getting things done, and moving with large carts with wheels on them, and moving things back and forth. I feel like what I'm picking up is more of a production about this. It just seems to be memory to me. But he doesn't like me, that's for sure.
The main guy?
He doesn't like me. I'm way too close to his realm for his liking. Let me say that. So he doesn't really care for me. Big. He's big. He's here, and he's really big guy, and he kind of walks like this when he walks, and nobody messes with this guy. Nobody. When he says, "Get me a pizza," or "Get me a glass of water," or they don't even say, "What do you want?" They just bring him what they know him. And he doesn't like me. It feels like memory. I can't explain that, but it feels like it's just a video in my head. It's a video of the way it was here. But this guy I'm talking about, he knows you're here, and he doesn't like you.
He doesn't?
He doesn't like you.
Very interesting. I hope he's not, well, I'm not going to say anything.
Who does he like?
Victor. Is Victor here? Oh, he likes you. He says you're soft. Sorry. Not my fault.
He said, you got a cute little ass.
More than him here. Like, as in for you to have EVPs and light anomalies or whatever is going to happen, there'll be more than him because I feel like he doesn't like you, and it's almost like he goes and gets his crew.
I got a crew too, motherfucker. No, I'm joking.
You know what I mean, that's how it makes me feel.
Light anomaly again right by you.
It's the ladies, I give you that, ladies.
Oh, I'm sure.
So I'm sure you all could, he'd probably talk to you easier than he would talk to the guys.
He was watching us dancing on stage.
He's a bit of a ladies' man, he thinks he is anyway, and as well as his colleagues. Well, they're not his colleagues, they work for him.
Do you,
Did you hear
that I didn't. I think I was busy
You
talking.
guys looked like a red light that just appeared at the end of that hall and then went away.
It's really interesting because last time I was here, I took pictures and I had a red orb on this floor, but it was on. It was
Yeah, I've
down
never
that way.
seen that before. Like it lit up and then it went away.
There's a lot of stuff around Lori right now. It's unbelievable.
He just doesn't want anybody in his space. He seems to be very protective about the theater itself. Okay?
What did she say?
He must have hung several people by command. He didn't do it himself. This is a cover. Isn't this a cover? Like, this isn't, like, he didn't run the place to run the place. This is just, because he runs the mob out of here, doesn't he?
That I can't give you an answer. I don't know for sure.
You need to be careful, Dave, because he doesn't like you.
Yeah.
Like, I mean it.
When I was here alone, I was very nice and told him what we were doing, but
I would tell all of your men who have he doesn't like you guys. He's got you. But it's not like being in my house where you walk in the door and get scratched. So, you know. See, this is very different than being in there. The energy completely is different in here than it is right there. Maintenance man who works here, he must have, I don't know that he died here as much as he still thinks he works here. He's a tall, thin man. He has a lot of pride about what happens here and what goes on here. He feels very important. But I have the guy down there. He still thinks he plays music. Same guy.
oh, the guy you were talking about earlier. Okay.
And I still can see that guy coming through that door, falling on the stage and committing suicide by running through an empty door and falling onto the stage. I can see that very clearly. on the good side of things, whether they're here or not, it's just there's a lot of really fun stuff and a lot of really good memory. A lot of important people have frequented this place. A lot of famous people in history. So, I mean, it's definitely not all bad. I mean, everybody thinks you're hunting ghosts, it's all bad. Well, it doesn't seem bad to me. The maintenance guy just wants to make sure everything's running good. That's it. Somebody, like, gets bashed in the head up here.
Yeah.
Oh, it hurts really bad. It's like the whole back of his head is just like, somebody hits him.
Is there, do you feel a certain area possibly where that happened?
Right here. I mean, I came upstairs, it was just instantly in the head. They're not hitting me, I just feel what they felt. It's like, right here. Okay, just let me concentrate. Oh, it's so bad. All right, well. He was supposed to do a job. He didn't do it because it was family. Not his family, but his extended, it was family. And somebody did the family wrong. Okay? And so he was supposed to take care of it. Said he did take care of it, but he really didn't. And then this guy finds out about it and he's done. And it's right here in the back of the head.
Do you think he's still here, or just that's
Yeah.
what happened down here?
No, I think he died here and I think he's still here.
Because we felt like we saw someone walking like here earlier.
He hit in the back of the head and he just crushed. And the back of the skull just was crushed. And it's because he didn't do his job. I just hear that he didn't kill somebody they were supposed to kill because they were family. He couldn't do it, but he said he did do it. And then when they found out he didn't take care of the job, then they had him killed. And I think it was right here. Well, not maybe right here, but it was in here. And he's sad because he had like 4 kids. He died here and he didn't get to see his wife and his kids. He was really sad. He says you caught him last time. Is that true?
Yeah.
On camera? Last time you were here?
Well, I don't know if we caught him on camera, but the same guy's voice.
You got a guy here, right? He just says you caught him last time, whatever that means.
I think basically just a little bit over there, I think.
Okay, but it's up
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
right? Okay. So he knows that you came before, so that means he's intelligent and he knows you're here, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't know you guys were here before. So I didn't know. You know how you have like people working up here, like sweeping, working, and doing whatever? It's almost like they were there to be just look like they were working because they knew they were going to off this guy. And they're just like there. And they're part of what happens to this guy. So
All right.
I'd say 3 and 1. 3 and 1.
3 and 1.
3 and 1, yeah. And he does not like you. I think he's following you, Dave.
Yeah, I'm getting charges like every minute maybe.
He doesn't like you. I think he's hanging out with you. The guy who doesn't like you is a really big guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't like you very much, I gotta tell you.
And does he know?
He must know you're a cop because there's a reason he doesn't like you. I don't know the reason, but it makes sense in our human world that that's why.
It was a male's voice that said, "I'm going to rape you." Right there. So I hope it wasn't that big guy looking at my ass.
Maybe he was talking to your wife.
Yeah, I don't like that either, but
Well, I'm just saying.
it's just.
So when I was up there, I know he likes the ladies. He definitely likes the ladies. That guy, the really big guy. Yeah. And he's got other people with him, but I don't. It's almost like they don't speak and they don't speak up because he runs the show. You know. So.
You're in the lower area with a guy in the bathroom.
Wow, we have to go there? My ears are already full. It's not my imagination, I heard it in my head. Did you get out? Oh. I came down the stairs and I went back up. I backed up because
That's where I felt like someone.
right there. I agree with
Oh,
you.
right here?
I agree. Because I remember I came down the stairs, I went back up 3. I'm like, oh, no. I said right here.
Yeah.
Something bad or
He's
just,
not friendly.
Yeah, I don't know. I just felt like, oh, someone's standing there looking at us. That's what I felt like.
I also have mail. A lot of bad stuff went down down here. A lot of bad stuff. And it's not just accidents. This goes back to a lot of that other stuff where people are just taking care of down here. I'm literally hearing the word stacking bodies. I'm literally hearing stacking bodies. I hear the words, not what they're doing. I hear the words. Come back here. You know what you're doing. Come over here with me.
All I did was coming down the stairs. I felt like someone's standing there watching us.
okay.
Well, what is down here that can let off steam? Because there's a man that got burned by steam.
Well, I'm sure back in the day it had to be boilers, right?
They're all work. Big old steam boilers.
Because I feel he's fixing something, his face gets just burned by steam. And because of his burns, this is how he passes.
Is that the guy that was at the corner there?
I don't know.
Or
He's
just,
not friendly.
Yeah, I don't know. I just felt like, oh, someone's standing there looking at us. That's what I felt like.
I also have mail. A lot of bad stuff went down here. A lot of bad stuff. And it's not just accidents. This goes back to a lot of that other stuff where people are just taking care of down here. I'm literally hearing the word stacking bodies. I'm literally hearing stacking bodies. I hear the words, not what they're doing. I hear the words. I think this is where that man died.
they got burned?
Mm-hmm. And steam.
There's a room back here.
Hmm?
Like church.
Be careful, watch yourself.
Like another room back there? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Dave, this is going to be a great place right here to do evenings.
Down here, okay.
Here it is.
It's got an evening. Is that going? I just
Yeah.
heard get
Oh, yeah.
I just heard get the fuck out.
I believe it. That's what I feel like. I feel like we're not welcome down here.
He wasn't dead.
Do you know who she was? Or who they were in relation to this place?
I just heard, I mean, again, I'm not really good with names. I hear the name Mary. I don't know what the people's names were or anything like that. I know nothing about it. But her husband, they killed her husband.
Down here?
I don't feel like it was down here. I don't know why I feel that way. I don't feel like it was right here. I think they were brought here and left here. Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, me too.
That wasn't
Talking.
Yeah.
No, I heard it.
All right.